Nathan thinks that he's showing up for an actual segment for the Travel Channel, so we need to make this feel like a TV show as much as possible. We have a canopy, snacks, more snacks. We have, what else do we have? Makeup person, a fake investor. These Harvard mugs to make us look like we're from Harvard. Our magnet, call sheet, and call times. The clicky thing that TV shows have. We even have a guy who's injured that, I don't really know what he does.
Michael, awesome. Nice to meet you, bro. I'm a fighter, dude.
I don't actually know what my role is for this. Basically, what I'm telling Nathan is that I'm the head of the editing team.
Pleasure.
Director, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
As a conspiracy theorist, Nathan Thompson also believes that coronavirus is fake and made up. So we have gone out of our way to go overboard to make sure that this TV set is following every single COVID precaution that can possibly be taken.
Rule number one, let's exercise COVID standards. So if you feel that a lens or you feel that something is just not COVID friendly right now, you let us know, we'll wipe it down for you. Got that?
When I told Nathan that we had a bunch of masks for him, he didn't really seem super excited about that.
Yeah, and then we got a couple of masks for you guys. How does everything at the hotel, man?
Dude, I might just sit in the car, bro. I don't put diapers on my face.
Okay.
And we're already off to a terrible start. Nathan's refusing to wear his mask and just pouting in the car. So I guess we're gonna have to let him off the hook for now and just go maskless.
All right, everyone. So we are about to embark on not only filmmaking history, but also I feel what could be known as American history, just history in general.
So Nathan has his own beliefs on people that are very educated in science.
I don't expect much from any Glober at this point. So when they tell me they graduate from Harvard, I don't expect them to be able to speak English. Like, you know what I mean, guys? Like, nobody is really that smart out there.
Since Nathan believes people highly educated in science are stupid, Blake and I had to play into that stupid character and come up with a completely stupid experiment. Otherwise, Nathan might not actually think that we're the Harvard students that we claim to be. The classic flat earth experiment to prove if the earth is flat or round is send someone up as high as you can. That way you can take a picture of the earth. I mean, NASA already did that, but we can't trust NASA, so that's why we have to do it ourselves. The last guy who tried doing this sadly died. However, we have thought of a much safer way to do it, the toilet paper experiment, Harvard style.
True, but have you heard the theory of the toilet paper? Like you can keep folding toilet paper and you can, I think you fold it 20 times and you can get it like a mile high or something like that.
Really?
And we can just put a camera on top of it and see the true shape of our earth. It's hilarious that we brought a flat earth leader out here to completely waste his time. What's even funnier is Nathan believes that we're stupid enough to actually think that we're gonna come up with some type of answer based on this experiment.
When you look at it, it does look round.
Yeah, that's the lens. It's distorted from the lens. Jeez Louise.
But Nathan is so happy that he was able to predict the outcome.
Guys, I don't understand how folding something is gonna make it taller. Look, it obviously got shorter the more we folded it. It went from a mile to half a mile to quarter of a mile to 6 inches tall.
Which is perfect because we need Nathan to be in the position of him thinking that he's smarter than science.
This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Oh man, dude. I'm just like trying to hold it in right now.
Since this documentary is from a flat earther's point of view, this experiment illustrates a flat earther's perspective on the entire science community.
So this is what I mean when I say science has been hijacked.
So now that we've built our credibility as stupid scientists, it's time to do the experiment that we flew Nathan out here for. The magnet experiment.
The magnet, that is the magnet right there. We're not allowed to go over there until we have the proper suits on.
There's a magnet over there?
Yeah, that's what that is.
What's it for?
I think that's one of the experiments that they're gonna be doing to like prove that it's round.
These are magnets?
I guess.
The VCR is prepped and ready to go. Let's start filming.
Okay, are we going on right now?
Yeah.
I grew an inch taller last year. And
So
like,
because you wrote in a journal with 2 hands, you grew an inch.
well, not just that, I have other ways of like stressing the body. So one other thing that I do is I memorize information. Like I have all that stuff memorized.
The fact that this guy actually believes this, I was losing my mind, dying inside, but had to keep a totally straight face.
Not to mention, if your brain gets bigger, your skull has to get bigger too. So that'll make you naturally taller. Yeah, but the rest of the body will follow too.
I feel like when flat earthers explain their logic, a lot of the times all they're doing is just using really big vocabulary words together in sentences that kind of just don't make sense together, but it sounds really smart, so they believe it to be true.
The only reason that globe earthers believe in an apparent curvature, an actual curvature, but it's apparent, it's an optical illusion, happens for a number of reasons. You could have foreshortening.
So to gain Nathan's trust, I decided to use the same tactic where I would just take a bunch of really smart sounding words, put them all in together, and maybe Nathan would believe it just because of how smart it sounded.
So Harvard has been doing studies on different types of soil in the mountains of just all around the world, and they've concluded that in Southern California there's a very high concentrated amount of iron in these mountains. The cool thing about iron is that it sits with a natural atomic charge of +2 in its outer electron shell, which means that it bonds to itself very evenly. It's like this crystal lattice-like structure where you put an electron in and it shares it throughout the entire ecosystem. But basically, when we put a charge into this crystal lattice-like structure with our conductors and semiconductors, I mean, basically what we're doing is just the same experiment that you do in second grade when you create a magnet, except we just have a little bit more advanced version. Instead of rubbing magnets, we have a CPU board with resistors that's putting electrons in at a controlled rate. That way we can, basically we're gonna charge this entire mountain range up to be theoretically the world's biggest magnet if we hit the numbers. The magnetic field with 700,000 Gauss is detectable from over 8,000 miles away. To put that into perspective, on the spherical scientific model of the globe, the diameter is only 7,900 miles thick. We have sent a crew to the other side of the world in Kazakhstan. They have a Gauss meter that picks up magnetic fields from 10 to the -7th GMO, which, I mean, that's a pretty precise number considering we're putting 10 to the 3rd GMOs in per second into the ground. The Earth produces a bunch of different magnetic fields, so we're going to take the difference from when we start the experiment to when we end, and if it comes from the downward direction, it proves it's a sphere. If it comes from the northern direction, it proves it's flat.
He is literally wearing a duck suit saying, "Entering!" It's insane.
He definitely has a large imagination. His storytelling ability, all the things that he saw got larger and larger and larger as time went on.
Are you okay? Yeah. I literally thought he was gonna die.
Bro, it was like
I was like, holy shit.
I sent Sacha Baron Cohen a DM to see if he would play the part of Borat receiving our electronic signal. He did not respond to me. To pull this off, no, we did not actually send a team to Kazakhstan. Instead, I was actually the one playing the part of Borat, secretly sending a text message SOS to Blake.
SOS is the code.
They got the code that fast?
I've never seen someone get so smug so fast.
I wish like my phone would turn on so I could tell all my friends that these Harvard kids just debunked themselves. Gosh, how funny is that?
How many times so far have they said it's flat already? Like 3?
He said maybe 4. The finding is what it is. It's a finding.
You can't really argue with it, right?
It works. Like, I know it works.
That's rad.
So Nathan's always talking about how he experiments on globe models.
So every example you've ever seen of water is in a container. It's never on the outside. If it is on the outside and you spin it, well then the water flies off.
It falls off.
Every time. Every time.
It happens every time. Every time. It's different on the globe, man. Oh.
But they say, no, it does the opposite with Earth. And everyone goes, oh, okay, I believe it. People are just gullible.
Because you're gullible. It's a fucking tennis ball, man. No, you can't do that. Fuck this. Fucking gullible.
Yeah, we're leaving, dude.
Yes. Throw the fucking ball. I don't care. What the fuck is wrong with you, Mino? Yeah, fuck off. Oh, yeah. Get rid of this trash. Yeah, first of all, out of here. Go. 1 second. I have something to say before I go. You guys know that I was playing the character. Of course the fucking globe is real. Oh! You were just really into his character, buddy. Exactly. You promise? Yes! Let's fucking celebrate the globe! Yeah! The globe is real! So you wanna go?
So we told Nathan that we also tested our test on a globe model because we knew it would resonate with his thought process.
We were wrong in our prediction.
But the predictions were all based off globe models. So if the Earth was a globe, what you predicted would have happened. So it just didn't go with the predictions, you know?
Our findings were always a globe.
We're just gonna walk away with the globe exploding
yeah,
in the
dude.
background. That is
With it on fire.
badass.
How are we
I
gonna
want that
explode it?
footage right there.
In my opinion, we are all heroes here, and heroes never look at their own explosions.
That's a wrap, day one! Woo! Good job, Michael. Good job, bro.
He's right, water
Good job,
doesn't
David.
stick to the globe.
Make sure you guys keep it flat.
Keep it flat, is that what we're all gonna do?
Guys, keep it flat.
Keep it flat.
Keep it flat, I guess.
Just keep it flat.